Hello and welcome to Pulse of Culture. I'm your host, Jastrzębska. Today we'll take a look at a new exhibition of African art that has opened at the National Museum of Ethnography here in Warsaw. We'll see how artists from across the continent are exploring themes of post-colonialism, gender and race.
The Afrotopias exhibition offers a fresh, contemporary perspective on Africa, showcasing the works of 18 artists from the continent. Through powerful photography, the artists challenge stereotypes by exploring themes such as identity, gender, capitalism, and the climate crisis. The exhibition provides a more nuanced, diverse portrayal of African life, moving beyond the common portrayals of either exotic beauty or suffering. As part of the museum's Against Stereotypes program, it aims to offer a richer, more accurate understanding of Africa, created by those who truly understand its cultures and challenges.
To discuss this latest exhibition, I am joined here by Magdalena, Wróblewska, the director of the National Museum of Ethnography in Warsaw. Hello, delighted to have you with us.
Hello, thank you for inviting me.
So I had a pleasure to visit and to see the exhibition, and what really struck me is that it stands in a stark contrast to what one would normally see in an ethnographic museum. So what prompted you to create this exhibition?
Well, our idea was to present to our public African continent, different countries on the African continent from a different perspective, a new perspective that is created by young artist generation. So what you can see in this exhibition are artworks, mostly photographs that are presenting different places in Africa from a perspective, the eye of very young generation of creative people who would like to show us the continent through their own eyes, not through eyes of travelers, people going there for vacation or for business, but rather for people living there with everyday problems, issues they would like to share with us, and perhaps make us more aware that many of these problems, like ecology, social or political issues, are actually quite similar to those that we are struggling with or trying to solve here in Europe, in our own continent or our own country. So that was the reason to invite art and young generation to show the different image of this continent.
And how did you go about selecting these particular artists?
Well, that was a challenge because we know a lot about contemporary African art, but when the decision was to invite the youngest generation, we needed like insider's look into the continent and creative people, art. So we invited curators from Africa, Malaika Nabila from Togo and Amy Muhoro from Kenya. They collaborated with Witek Orski, Polish photographer, artist, and they together selected people, young artists that are not really known to the broader public. So that was cooperation between Polish and African curators.
Okay, and some of the themes that this exhibition explores, that is post-colonialism, gender, and also race, are well, deeply contested, right? I mean, they're important, but often controversial. There's always a lot of discussions around them. And some artists that you feature are female Black artists. And I was wondering if they have one unified message that we can find in these artworks?
Well, it's difficult to say if it's one unified message, but what I would like our public to see in this work is like a really bold and very brave statement about the position of young women artists in the society, and also about some traditions, colonial traditions and colonial history that is still a burden for young women to emancipate and to find their own path in contemporary societies. So some of them are using archival materials, like old archival photographs, and they try to create new qualities, new information out of these historical sources. Others are rather emphasizing struggles of women in contemporary societies, in new political circumstances. But what is common for all these artists, I would say, well, showing these struggles, which sometimes are similar to those we are struggling here in Western world, but some of them are really rooted in this old colonial history and conditions.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, one exhibit that really drew my attention was My Skin is Blue. And I will quote here that it deals with modern search for spirituality on foreign, often hostile soil. And this brings me to a question about migration. Is that something, you know, that is an important aspect?
Yes, Ayomide Teyuzo, her nickname is Plantation. He draws attention to the problem of migration of African diaspora and what does it mean to be elsewhere and to feel like in between. Western world, big metropolis, cities like London, but on the other hand, feeling a kind of nostalgia towards own country. So I think it's the topic of Afro-melancholia, how we called part of this exhibition, is really well illustrated with her work. That says a lot about a feeling of nostalgia, but also belonging to other place than the one that you actually live now at the moment.
Some of the works of art, and I mean books and movies that we regard and we like simply, I mean, out of Africa, for instance, and you're saying that, you know, the way that Africa is shown there is not really how it should be shown, right? That we are falling in this trap of post-colonial mindset. So what can we do to escape that, to see Africa through a different lens?
I think it's important to look closely at these images. These are photographs, but it's not really a press photo. It's not really a kind of reportage photography. It's rather an artistic interpretation of the condition of people living in Africa now who would like to emancipate and leave these colonial struggles and colonial past behind them. Therefore, it's really interesting to see how they really try to manifest their subjectivity through these works, how they try to make us aware that they have the same feelings, the same problems living in contemporary societies, similar challenges and struggles. And they can be actually subjects of melancholical feelings towards Africa, as well as people used to feel melancholic about Africa in Europe in 19th or early 20th century when this colonial paradigm or order was actually disrupted. So that's why it's important to look really closely and try to feel a kind of empathy towards these works and their authors.
So there's nothing wrong in romanticizing Africa as long as it's respectful towards Africans and African artists. That's what you're saying.
Maybe not really. What I was trying to say, it's like it's good to see that actually African subjects are romanticizing Africa, and it's better to try to feel somehow empathetic with their point of view, not trying to impose our own imagination, historical, difficult pasts on these images. So like to try to forget about our own colonial experiences and try to look through their own eyes and lenses. They are photographers on this continent and contemporary societies, people living there.
This is certainly eye-opening. I saw some pictures depicting modern Legos. Stephen Teo, if I'm not mispronouncing his name, he shows modern Nigeria, very, different from...
Yes. Well, tourists going to Africa, to Nigeria, for example, they are looking for landscapes, for some perhaps adventures, going to Kenya. And in case of these photographs, we see young people, modern society, people who are trying to somehow, that was something curators were emphasizing, that sometimes they are trying to repeat some patterns or some fashion sources from Europe, from Western countries, also like America. But what is important now for these societies is to find their own way and to somehow make a selection from the tradition that is their own tradition, the others that are coming from West, and to find what is really important and useful, not only for contemporary Africa, but also for the future. So what we can see in these photographs is actually a young generation of people who are trying to find the right sources from African continent, but also from the Western societies. When we see fashion in these photographs, the behavior, their habits, they are somehow reminding us some of our own experiences, fashion choices, and so on. So what is important as Malaika Nabila told us, is to find a good balance and make a good selection, a good choice of these different components to create new, useful patterns for the future. That is important in this exhibition.
Right, you also see that the culture is an amalgam of various influences, also the Western ones, right? But I was wondering, is Africa en vogue? Is it in fashion? Is it, you know, a topic that has been occurring more and more commonly in our media, for instance?
Yes, that's true, because we see that many of these photographers are actually published in Photo Vogue. So they are really, some of them are now being more and more recognized. Some of them were actually, it is a first museum show, museum exhibition for them. So for us, we were kind of proud that we are trying to help them to emancipate and to establish their own paths, professional paths in the art world. But generally, there is really now a strong interest and strong focus in African art. African creativity is, I think, a strong source of influence for Western artists at the moment. And also, the interest in the history that is now becoming more and more distant. So we can look at Africa without all these stereotypes, colonial and post-colonial burdens, and we can really try together think about new possible futures. That is something really, I believe, very attractive for people living in Europe, but also in United States, that we can really think about new possible ways, new possible path of development of African societies.
Absolutely. How has this exhibition been received by Polish audience?
Well, our public really likes this exhibition. We were very curious how it will be perceived by public that is more used to traditional ethnographic exhibitions in our museum. We have, of course, a certain tradition of presenting non-professional Polish folk artists, let's say. And we were very curious how people will react to seeing contemporary art, quite bold and brave statements of contemporary artists in our museum. But what we can say, they are leaving comments, short notes in the part of this exhibition, and most of them are really interested in this new image that is really going far beyond many stereotypes that we have about African countries.
That is certainly a fresh approach. And speaking about sort of reinventing museums and the fresh approach, sometimes you have to conduct museum interventions. And did you have to do something like this at the Ethnographic Museum here in Warsaw, and what was that?
Yes, that was something we really felt we need to do, because our exhibition that is titled African Expeditions, Asian Roads, well, this exhibition involves a lot of stereotypes which are sometimes harmful and painful for people visiting our museum. We had some representatives of African diaspora who visited us, and they made us aware that many things should be actually changed in this exhibition. But we didn't want to just close it and pretend that this problem did not exist in our museum. This is a system of knowledge that was built a long time ago, and many things changed, and museums are not reacting that fast. Therefore, we decided that we should, with them, inviting them to leave their comments and to learn us, maybe show us some more problematic spots in this exhibition. We invited them to make this kind of interventions, which are mostly new text, new information added to this exhibition to change the awareness, to sometimes maybe nuance and complicate some problems that are presented in a very simple and sometimes stereotyping way.
And it's very interesting to see this contrast, right, between the modern and the old, how Africa used to be represented. Magdalena Wróblewska, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching Pulse of Culture. Please stay tuned for more here on TVP World, and definitely visit the Ethnographic Museum here in Warsaw if you're interested in African art.